money, homie, I ain't concerned. I'ma tell you what banks told me, cause go ahead, switch the style up. And if they hate, then let them hate, then watch the money pile up. Or we can go upside there with a, come on, they know where we be. You can find me in the club, full of, mama, I got what you need, if you need to fill it. I'm in the habit, I ain't in the make it. So come give me a hug, get in the getting it. You can find me in the club, full of, mama, I got what you need, if you need to fill it. I'm in the habit, I ain't in the making. So come give me a hug, get in the getting it. Don't try to act like you don't know who we be, neither. We in the club all the time, so pop on. Shady Aftermath.
Flip mode. 9-7. Bust a bus. Hot. Check it out. Hit you with no delaying, so what you saying, yo? Silly with your ice, grilly with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty, yo. While up in the club like we while in the studio. You know when to violate, baby, really and truly, yo. My main thug, villain ain't Julio, he moody, yo. Type of brother that'll get with the real shook, scared to death, act, yo. X that, looking shorty, she a little cutie, yo. The way she make me wanna get all in the, yo. Top mistress of the videos. While I'm with my freak like we up in the freak shows. Hit you with the, make you feel it all in your toes. Hot, got all my people in red clothes. Metaphors when I formulate my flows. If you don't know, you're messing with lyrical player pros. Like you really wanna party with me? Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, ain't gonna be trust. Yo, it's a must that you heard of us, yo, we murder us. A lot of people is wondering and they curious.
Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. Three games decided, three more to come this wild card weekend. And off we go on this fine Sunday. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Start the drive on the ground, and here comes a reverse. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he gets this up to the 42.
Yeah! Here we go!
The run here with Devin Singletary. Not much. 2nd and long coming up.
Yeah! Here we go! Let's take. Hey, kill!
A shotgun snap for Prescott. This one brought in by Curtis Samuel. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Got a man. It's complete to A.J. Brown. He is knocked down hard. Wow. They stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, take. Here we go, 46. 26.
Operating from the gun, here's Dak. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And here's the first carry for the power back, Dameon Pierce. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, take. Here we go, kill. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. That'll be caught by the running back, Singletary. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver.
And he's into the end zone. Curtis Samuel. Touchdown, Eagles. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He'll start at the 4. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Travis Etienne that time. And it's going to be 4th down. The Falcons send their punting unit out. Fielded at the 9. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. That's caught left side by Ingram. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Pierce. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Big Grady Jarrett shuts it down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches.
Here we go. 54, going to 54, wide 8. 26.
Now Prescott. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he will take this one in. 76 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Now return, coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
He'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run it once more with Etienne. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got his man. That's Leggett. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards. Etienne now on 1st and 10. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Falcons.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
So after 1, here on Super Wild Card Weekend, it's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Robinson. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
We're going to 54, wide 8.
A handoff here to start the drive, but this will end up being a reverse. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7.
Yeah, here we go. I take.
Prescott now. He'll go right and find his running back. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
He'll try and run for the first with Singletary. Trying to drive his way forward. I think he is short, and he is. That means 4th down coming up. Here comes the Eagles punt team. Nowhere to run that time. Punt team got down there quickly, and they're going to stop him back inside the 10-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down. Back to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage, a play going absolutely nowhere.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Yeah, here we go. What I say?
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On 3rd down, Prescott has his man. It's Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, but he has the 1st down inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. He gets this one to Samuel. It's complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Yeah! Here we go! Right take!
Again, Prescott to the air. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. 3rd and long. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Here we go!
The play clock down to 0. And this, not the best of sequences. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long.
Here we go!
Prescott. He finds his tight end, Ingram. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 16 brings up 4th down.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This, about as short as you can get. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Eagles build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, set!
Sending a receiver right. Now a throw here. It's backwards. He might be looking to throw this to the 20. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 75 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good. And the Falcons are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Robinson. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Prescott on 1st down. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. Got a man. It's A.J. Brown brings it in. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
He's going to send it downfield looking for Ingram.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's complete to ETN.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one taken in right side by Leggett. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. A huge play just before the half. A gain of 48.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. The Falcons sending out the field goal unit. This one from just under 50 yards. His kick is perfect. And the Falcons have tied it at 17.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, it's Robinson. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. First and 10.
Yeah, here we go. 47. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go, 47. Hey, kill. 47, 26.
First down, Prescott. And this ball's going to be incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And that will lead to a second down.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
Going to 53.
On play action, here's Dak. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Here we go. 26.
Prescott again. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Kill.
On fourth down, they snap it to Dak. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? One half to decide it. Time for the third quarter of the NFC wildcard game. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Higgins sent in motion. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Chris Braswell there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Etienne. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Kendall Fuller up to make the stop. Third down, 3 to go. They'll look to throw. That is caught, finding Higgins. And they will finally run him down.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things. A highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
The first down.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. The carry here for Etienne. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
He'll try to run for it.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To the right, on the run, it's Etienne. He'll take this down to the 23. Xavier McKinney, the one who brings him down. Here's 2nd and 9. Now this time they'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, White. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for the first with ETN.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
They'll go back to ETN on 1st down. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. On the ground, they'll go with Rashad White, the back out of Arizona State. And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. This one caught at the 4. And he will score. Rashad White. Touchdown, Atlanta.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. The extra point is good. And the Falcons will go up by 7.
Eagles 17.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That's caught left side by Ingram. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
That'll be caught by the running back, Singletary. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
Mike, it just seems like certain games each week just align for matchups like we're seeing today. Just two quarterbacks trading blow for blow, putting on a show for their respective teams. Let's see if he can finish this drive off with another touchdown following that big play.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On second down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead? And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
Here we go, 47. Here we go. Here we go, 46. 26.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down.
26.
Back to throw is Prescott. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. So 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10.
Here we go, kill. Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott now. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it'll lead to a second down.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on. So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Sure, they're thinking about the decision after the touchdown since they're down 7. But first, they've got to get the TD. It is first down and goal. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
That's hauled in at the 2. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
Kill. 47. Hey, kill.
They'll run it with Pierce. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Damian Pierce. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now, ETN. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
This run straight ahead for ETN. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and meet that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. Back to throw. He'll drop this for ETN. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Falcon first down.
You get in these situations, third down, tie game, fourth quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these third down pickups. He continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. On the give, it's ETN. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for first and 10. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll come up for first and 10. Now ETN. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. They'll drop to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
The Philly faithful making some noise on their feet before third down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That ball intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Xavier McKinney. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky. This didn't go all the way back for a pick six.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. They'll come up now for second down. They'll run here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They come to the line, needing 6 yards for a first down.
Here we go! Wait, take it! Here we go, go on to 54, go on to 50, 26.
On third down, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started. And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here comes a return from the 3. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A throw caught by Judy on the outside.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
So the Eagles will use their first time out here. They stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Second down and 3. They bring Judy in motion. Now there's a throw out wide. Hey, this might be a double pass. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
First down, Falcons.
Got it, ready? Back to 60. Let's go now. 18 left, 18 left. 18, right here.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete, but there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll let the officiating crew sort this one out. This offense still has the 1 timeout to use. First and 10 coming up now.
Let's go. 72, 79 Broncos.
He'll drop to throw. That's caught downfield by Waddle. That pass play good for 22. First down, Atlanta.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
They'll look to throw again. He's got it at the 7. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining They can trot out the field goal unit to try to send this one to overtime. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to force overtime. This one is on target, and it is good. And the Falcons draw even as they tie the game. So, overtime coming up. Reminder, these rules different from the regular season. Each team gets to possess the football once. After that time, its next score wins. Each team gets 3 timeouts. Any defensive score ends the game. And all replay challenges come from upstairs. We'll play as long as we need to until we get a winner. As if playoff football wasn't stressful enough, it is jacked up now. We're back underway with this postseason overtime session. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go. Hey, 47. Here we go. Going to 54. Wide in. 47. 26.
Now Prescott. He gets it to Samuel, left side. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. 32 yards. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 26.
Now Prescott. That's caught downfield by Diggs. They get 25 on that connection. Good for an Eagles first down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll go right back to Diggs. He's got it again. He is in. Touchdown, Eagles. Don't forget about the extra point here. This, an important one. The kick is good. So an ideal start to this overtime. And now it's up to the defense to preserve a 7-point lead. So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Now a handoff, ETN, and a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run. It's ETN. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's complete to ETN. 17 yards, the gain there. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion. and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Now, faking the give. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. On the handoff, it's Etienne. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run it once more with Etienne. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down. Up the middle, here's Etienne. A hit, and he has lost the football. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down. They'll run it here with Etienne. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole.
And they have done it! Matching touchdowns here in OT. And now they'll have a chance to win with a 2-point conversion.
Mike, what a game, but now what decision are they going to make? They find themselves down 1. I think this is a no-brainer. Ball on the 2-yard line, dial up your best offensive play, and go win this game now.
They could have tried for the win. Instead, they'll go for 1 to extend the game. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. You had a feeling they might do this if they scored. The head coach says, let's end it here. They'll go for 2 and the win. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's incomplete. They went for the win, but the defense holds, and they celebrate this victory in overtime. So it's a win here for the Eagles. It was as tight a game as anyone could hope for. It took overtime to find a winner. They will advance in these playoffs. And that'll do it For my partner, Greg Olson, for our entire team,